Hello and welcome back to Detective Pikachu Returns! I'm Character 26 and last time we well actually we didn't do much. We got medals for being great detectives and found some Applin. Alright! Jewel case! There's a jewel theft and that's why we're here! How did I forget that? I literally just recorded that episode. Hello.
Oh, Tim, I've been waiting for you.
Why is he so sad? My full name is Sanjeev Denis. I'm a jeweler, and this is my partner Growlithe. I am giving them the same rich jerk voice, I will call it. Family friendly, dang it. I'm Detective Tim Goodman. This is my partner Pikachu. Sorry to jump right into it, but could you please tell us what you know about the incident? Crime that took place. The precious jewel was stolen while I was out of the house. It's called the Aurora Drop. It's a very rare jewel indeed. Oh, the Aurora Drop? Is that like an Aurora Veil? What a mysterious name. Magical, even. The thief injured one of my staff members and made off with the jewel. Noted testimony. So how do we see the folder? Is it X? Frankly, my staff member's injury were minor, and yet is something sticking out to you as odd? Well, the police are treating my trusted butler as the prime suspect. They think the butler did it? This is my best. Could you tell me a bit more about the stolen jewel? It looks like this. Is that not just like Palkia's orb? What was it? The lustrous orb? Is that the orb Palkia had? Most am told. Must as first be cut and polished into beautiful jewels, but the Aurora Drop is said to have naturally formed into its shape. My controllers are still dying, and it's not even funny because it is the Switch. The way it shines does look like a bit like an aura. Aurora, rather. Yes, it's precisely how it's got its name. The Aurora Drop has been subject to many a tale, but it was throughout. It was thought to be nothing more than fiction. Even among us jewelers for the longest time, we called it the Jewel of Legend. Well, he wasn't kidding when he said that, when he called it precious. Guess it's no surprise someone wanted to steal it. It definitely sounds valuable. Where were you displaying it? I keep it secretly locked in a special reinforced case inside my jewel storage room. There are logs on both of the storage room door and the reinforcement case. Yet, despite all that security, it still got stolen. Your trusted butler. You mentioned the police already had a suspect. Yes, I believe the thief is my own trusted butler. Barnes. Why do they think that? Because Barnes and I are the only people who can access the key to the storage room. What's keeping someone else from getting to it? The key is always kept around Growlithe's neck. If anyone but Brains and myself attempted to take it from her, Growlithe would stop barking. My Growlithe is a very loyal Pokemon. She would never allow the key to be taken by a stranger, willingly at least. Don't see a key around Growlithe's neck right now. The police think Barnes took it. Okay, me, I don't really have a rich voice that isn't rich jerk voice. Or fancy jerk voice, for that matter. This is the best I got. Well, I actually kind of close to what his voice was. It certainly makes sense, assuming Barnes really is the culprit. Mr. Dens, if possible, I would like to tackle Barnes. He's currently being questioned by the police. But you don't believe Barnes is the thief, is that correct? I've known Ben since we were young. He's worked at his home for years and has always served us well. And then he's never steal it from me. And I couldn't possibly imagine him hurting anyone. You're saying Barnes didn't do it, and the real culprit is still at large. That's right, someone else must have stolen the jewel. Please help me prove that Barnes is innocent. So that's why I called us here, to clear his butler's name. That was not Pikachu's voice. What the heck was that? That was like a half Bowser, half Toad voice. Oh no, it's back! We'll talk to Barnes later. May the being now. One moment. Okay, now that I've blown my nose, it's technically later. So finding the Aurora top and clearing Barnes of suspicion. Those are the two things you called us here to do. Could you believe? You're the only ones I can count on. The job is to investigate the case and reveal the truth. We won't know if Barnes is truly innocent until we look into this more. Yeah, the police must have at least some reason to suspect him. But if we do what we can, and if it's applicable to you, we'll take the case. That's more than acceptable. Thank you, Tim. After all, if he did steal the jewel, it couldn't be. Well, I'd be emotionally scarred, but I would still have the jewel back. I can know he's a traitor, so that's pretty acceptable. Great! In that case, may I start investigating the scene of the crime? Of course, the jewel storage room is just upstairs. I know you won't let me down. Wait a second, Tim. Something I want to try, starting with the case. What do you want to try? Yeah, case notebook. The writers for Detective Journal swear by it. Detective Journal? Is that the magazine you're always reading, right? Yeah, that's the one. They reached the most efficiency. They researched the most efficient way for detectives to organize their case stuff. The solution came up that it was a case notebook. Sounds intriguing. How does it work? Tim, I can probably guess this, and I am not a detective by any means. I'm probably oh, flip. I'm getting to that. First, open up your notebook, which is X. How was the jewel stolen? First, let's write in notebook any burning questions that arise while we're investigating. We'll summarize the testimony and evidence we've gathered during our investigation on the page below. After we've collected enough testimony, we'll use the evidence and begin deducing options that will appear. When you select this, we can start deducing the answer to the question. But if we don't have enough testimony or evidence right now, but once we do, we'll be able to start deducing. Oh, I like this. It's kind of Phoenix Wright things, except I haven't actually played those games. I will someday on this channel. Also blind. But I guess using notebook is the best approach. So Tim, what do we have to do right now? Gonna collect testimony and evidence to figure out how the jewel was stolen. God, my mouth is filling up with saliva so quick. Quick water. That, first we gotta investigate the scene of the crime. That's right. Well, let's go check out the jewel storage room. I like this. That's actually really interesting. No, I like that. Okay. Is there anything else around here? Can we question Growler? Yes, we can talk to the Growler. Denis is behind the Growler. Doesn't look happy. Family, she feels responsible. No wonder she's so down. Maybe we should leave her alone for. Okay, so we're clearly gonna have to come back and talk to her.
Great Detective Coffee Note number 2. The water you use can change how your coffee tastes.
Unless you mean hot and cold, you're on something else, buddy. Okay, well, I mean, Netflix got in the door, so even if the cop would let us in, there's no way he's the one that Netflix got let us in. I forget who this guy is. I think he was in the 6th case. This room is currently being searched by the police. Okay, so we're not allowed in there. Ooh. Jewel storage room has been left exactly as it was at the time of the incident. Inspector Holiday already told me in. Please go right ahead. Thank you. The storage room. Oh, wins the cot. Wins the cot. We're here. Oh crap. Luckily, I have a backup controller. You know, I have one of those charging grips. I should probably just use that, but flip it. I already put them on my Switch. But yeah, when I'm actually playing, I should probably just use, like, the charging from the charging grip. But nah. Because, like, I'm one of the few people who actually prefer Joy-Con's grip to a Pro Controller. I might be the only person. Oh god, am I the equivalent? Am I the Switch controller equivalent to the person who likes Paper Mario sticker stuff? Anyway. What is it, Pikachu? Check out the door. We no signs of forced entry. We fairly certain that the thief used a key to get in. According to Denis's room where the Aurora drop used to be. Let's take a closer look. Sometimes basically there's okay, well. It's clearly something to do with Odd-No. But not Odd-No, Dodd. Whimsicott. Golden Jewel. Oh, green. That fresh green color reminds me of the forest. Just looking at it, clear. Okay. I can't really see. It's a beautiful jewel. So clear and sparkly. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a red jewel. Vibrant red. It's like boiling hot lava. It's almost too bright to look at. This is a blue one. It's a deep blue like the ocean. Kind of what magic feeling to it. I'm sure that's not just a water stone. So what color is that one? So white slash clear, green, blue, red. I have a feeling that's going to be important. They're going to look more disturbed than the rest. That investigation, we might find a clue. Alright, don't let any details slip past you, Tim.
Let me see.
See, what should we look at first? Maybe the giant pile of Whimsicott fluff. It's a blue feather here. Do you think the Pokemon that belonged to it was in this room? Oh, could that be our target? Maybe from a Pokemon that lives in the mansion. Check that closer. Cutscene.
Hey, Tim! Check it out! Looks good, huh?
Now,
Disguises are a key part of detective work, you know.
we became the
whatever.
Phantom Thieves
Now quit
once,
goofing
but
off
I'm
and
aware.
investigate.
He clearly doesn't appreciate my art. Perhaps I need to give him a little more training.
Okay, so we got a haha funny cutscene, but no, actually, look at the winds. Some cotton on the ground. It looks really fluffy and soft. So clearly Whimsicott, because they didn't just put those at the beginning of this chapter to then have it not matter when we actually get to the case and have fluff everywhere. Unless it's an Altaria swab blue. Because there was that blue feather, so I guess it could be either. God, what's the point of cotton doing here? Looks like a patterned jewel case. You saw the shape. You think it was the top half of the case was cut off? Yeah, look that way. It's really clean cut. Don't know what could be such a clean cut, though. I submit one seriously sharp blade. I doubt a human could pull that off. I don't know if there are any Gen 9 Pokemon in this game. I know it's Gen 8 and lower, so it could be Cypher, Ceruledge if Gen 9 is in this one. And Honedge, the entire Honedge line. This gold case was named. Must be where they kept the Aurora drop. No flip, Sherlock. The end looks like it was sliced clean with a blade. What kind of blade could cleanly slice through with such sturdy jewel case? I think that's all the important detail. Oh. So it wasn't unlocked. Jewel case is still locked. So, it's like the Denis said, jewel in this case was started on the locking key. Okay, so it can't be the jeweler, because he had the key. The door wasn't forced to open, but the jewel was the case of the jewel was sliced open. Okay. And the key of the case is different key from the one that open to this. Never mind. Wonder who has that key then.
Right.
We covered everything. If he has that key, then we could have a clean case. It's because why would he open the door with the key, but then slice this instead of using the other key? I kind of hope the other guy has the key. Covered everything I was wondering about. Any other spots I want to check? Forget if this was in the last game.
Hey, Tim. Quit looking at my tail and start investigating anything that looks suspicious.
Not what I expected to hear. So is this just gonna take me back up? I will look at the base jewel case is firmly fixed on the floor. Yeah, moving the base doesn't even look possible. See anything worth investigating. Okay, so that's everything here it seems.
Great.
Guys, we need to make a deduction. Solve the puzzle, Tim. No, I need to go back out. Yes.
Seems like the residents of this mansion drink coffee frequently. I can tell by the aroma.
Okay, I want to see one more.
Great detective tip number 2. If you want to catch a culprit, start with their Pokémon. You can learn a lot from their partner Pokémon.
Okay, well, let's get to the deduction then.
Okay.
Probably figured out the cop stole the jewel by now. Alright, let's begin deduction. Okay, do we have everything? Okay, we have a few plausible theories. What do you think is right? Cover unlock. Well, no, because the case is locked. Yes, they stole the jewel. They're hidden among the cotton. No, they cut it open.
Okay.
From what we've seen from the crime, we can tell that the jewel was sliced open. After that, the Aurora was removed from the case and taken away. Right, and we saw the jewel case still locked, which supports that claim. We still need to investigate and determine how the case was sliced open. But at least now we know how the thief got their hands on the Aurora Drop. Yeah, we made our first step forward. Okay, you understand to use the notebook now? Yep, once I got some evidence, I start deducing. Feel free to start deducing whenever you feel like. Okay, so that's it. After investigating the scene, we need to know how the crime was carried out. We can be certain that the culprit sliced open the case and took the jewel from inside. Well, why is my cord so far over there? My cord isn't plugged into the power outlet. Never mind. Anyway, but there's still one thing strange. One moment. I'm back. Oh yeah? Yeah. Think, Tim. What's strange about the way the crime was committed? Jonathan glass was cut, but the door wasn't.
Oh.
The door to the storage room was opened with a key, but the jewel case was still locked when it was sliced apart. That's right. That means that the thief only had one of the keys. The one to the storage room. Didn't have the key to the jewel case. So if the butler has a jewel key, but not the other key, then we're good to go. According to Mr. Denis, only he and Barnes had access to the jewel storage room. I understand why the police suspect Barnes, but I'm not so sure. Obviously, it'd be best if we could talk to Barnes himself, but he's still being questioned. Why don't we ask Mr. Denis about the lock on the jewel case? Right, after we wrap up here, let's go ask him. How's the investigation going, Tim? Oh, Mr. Denis. So, I couldn't stand waiting around. Have you discovered anything? It does appear that the culprit used a storage room key to gain entry. Believes he cut the jewel case open and took the Aurora Drop. That's all? I suppose it doesn't help Barnes much, since he has access to the key. Question for you, Mr. Denis. Who has the key to the jewel case? I have it right now. I always carry the key to the jewel case on my person. So that doesn't really help. No Barnes for a very long time, but I still won't give him this key. Meaning we can't clear the. Okay, so that theory wouldn't work. Well, I guess that doesn't really tell us who did it, just tell us who did it. And security to the jewel case is my own personal responsibility. God, so both Barnes and Denis can access the key to the jewelry storage room, but only Mr. Denis has access to the key to the jewel case itself, which doesn't exactly help, because of that only ruins everything more. It's valuable information, Mr. Denis, thank you. Valuable information that only really proves that we can't use that to prove his innocence. And this isn't Phoenix Wright. Why am I trying to figure out who did it, not prove the defendant innocent? Well, I guess I'm trying to do both. But I'm just trying to find the truth. I feel like I thought I might be getting in the way, but I'm glad to hear that I could help. The Aurora Drop is meant to become a symbol of reveal. For Rhyme City or revival, I don't know. Anyway, I'm counting on you, Tim. Yeah. Symbol of revival. Let's dance about it later. Okay. Is Barnes the culprit? Police success Barnes being the culprit, being interviewed. Begin interviewing the people and Pokemon in the mansion. The only people who acted. The thief cut open the case and stole the jewel, but they had to get the key to get into the storage room. And the only people who have access to the key are Denis and Barnes, so it makes sense to the police with the Barnes. If the key hadn't been used to unlock the storage room, Barnes wouldn't be under suspicion in the first place. Why would he do that, knowing people would suspect him? Maybe he didn't think that far ahead? In any case, based on what we found at the scene of the crime, we can't be certain of anything just yet. We need to talk to Barnes and some other people in the mansion to hear what they have to say. Not just people, the Pokemon too. I'll interpret for you when we talk to them. Alright, I'm counting on you, Pikachu. Okay, now let's get to the next stage figure out. Next steps figure out. Start interviewing everyone right away. Can't really deduce it. Hey Tim, there's something on the floor by the window. Yeah, I noticed it, but I got forced out because I went too high up. Feather.
Oh!
What's all this? Pokemon Fizz. Could he have let someone in and then what? Clearly Whimsicott showed up because of the whole trash thing, Homestay-like thing. And then I can't think of a single Pokemon with blue feathers that slices things. Like, these feathers kind of remind me of Cramorant, but Cramorant can't slice, and like Skarmory could slice, but it has steel feathers. So it looks like it just got all over the floor and the window's open. Maybe a Pokemon got in or out through it. Yeah. Okay, I need to blow my nose again. Okay. Do you think it has anything to do with this case? Look at this. One of these feathers is darker than the others. You're right, the other 6 are lighter shades of blue. This is very Cramorant colored, but still, Cramorant can't cut the thing, so that doesn't make complete sense. Something about his nagging me. Yeah, I can't think of a blue bird Pokemon that slices. That room's still being searched. So we can't search there yet. Okay, well, you're not going to be able much help, but you might. I hear you've heard from what Mr. Denis says. I'm guessing he also told you about his butler. He's definitely not pleased that Barnes is falling under suspicion. So it seems that way. In my position, I'm not at liberty to share all information we've gathered, but if anything I need help, just let me know. Thank you. Okay, let's listen in. What is the situation at the mansion at the time of the incident? We're looking into it. Sure, you won't get more direct access by asking the witnesses themselves. Okay. About Barnes. Told Barnes is the police's prime subject? Well, the circumstantial evidence seems to be pointing in this direction. Doesn't sound terribly convinced. Does anything strike you as odd? Yes, actually, I can't think of a single motive for Barnes to steal that jewel. It doesn't appear to bear any ill will towards Mr. Denis, and he's in no trouble financially. That being said, you may have a motive in the course of our investigation. I don't think so. I'm almost convinced he's not it. Well, I haven't seen him yet. This could be a case where it's very easy to point out the bad guy. We may uncover the motive in the course of our investigation, but for now I can't say anything with certainty. Okay. Gonna save the personal question for last. You think of Rodop is an incredibly valuable jewel. The Rodop isn't just valuable, it's famous for the entire jewel interest in... I can't English. Then there must be plenty of people who'd like to get their hands on it. Could the jewel have been stolen by an intruder? Can't rule out that possibility, but based on the current evidence, I'd say the likelihood of a burglary is low. Inspector Holidays, I know there's nothing to do with the current case, but you want to ask me about Harry? So, dude, do the police have any leads about my father's whereabouts? I'm sorry, Tim, but we haven't made any developments on that front. Well, thanks anyway. Still don't understand it myself. Harry's working on the other case when he went missing. Since the reason that if you just followed that thread, you'd find Harry too. The case has been closed and we still don't have a single clue. Seriously, where did Harry disappear to? Don't be discouraged, Tim. Like a vile gum to you is since you moved to his city and searched your father. Come such a great detective that the mayor himself recognized you with an award. To find Harry, I'm the sheriff of it. In the meantime, I'll be off. Okay. That's all Holiday had to say. Oh, now we have people in Pokemon to talk to. Including the ground layer? Cheer up.
You never know what might be a clue. Gotta investigate carefully.
Well, we did our first deduction today. Figuring out, yeah, we figured out how the jewel was stolen, so, this might be a bit abrupt, but I don't want to get these episodes going too long, because, like, from what I've seen, like, I haven't actually watched any videos on Detective Pikachu attempts, but I have, like, seen, some thumbnails, 5, and the video length, those are like 3 hours, and I don't want to go that long. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end off today's episode here, folks. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next one. Bye-bye!